Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, I hope you're having a good Monday. It feels like a Sunday to me, so I cooked Sunday food. Actually, my husband did it. He made a pot of beans soup, and hope he's getting ready to make some cornbread. Yes, I'm doing good. That's a good oldie by Guy. Let's chill, baby, let's settle down. I love that song. That's what I want to do. Just me and you. Yeah, so we're just gonna chill out. I haven't started my intro yet. If you don't mind holding on and let me crank that bad boy out to you, so then when I come back and edit it, it'll have my intro. All right, I'll be right back.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Go, Monty, go, 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 go!
He's got green grass in front of him. He's at the 5. Touchdown!
Woo!
Bada bing, bada boom! Get over here! Get out of here!
wasn't that special.
All right. Thanks for letting me get through my intro and all my hellos. Hello out there to Facebook land. Added you today, and always good to pick up a couple of extra newbies over here on YouTube. But you can stay over there on Facebook if you want to. Never know what might happen over here in our little community, right? Thank you all for coming. There's Dragon Classy Diamond Art. Very good. Do you have a channel? I believe do you sell jewelry? I'm doing really good. I am chill. You remember that song? That's an old one from like the 90s, isn't it? I love old damn R&B. I went to inner city school, so I was like exposed to a lot of really damn good music like that. And I felt very blessed that it was, right? So, oh, that's right. I need to Crazy Chicken Lady, and also Clancy. Both of them had eaten pork tacos recently, and Crazy Chicken Lady has developed an itch, and so it got me curious. And I stumbled across this video. You know how Google's always listening in. That's a joke. It was a video about a man who contracted a worm, like tapeworm, so to speak, from poor food truck hygiene practices, and how it got transmitted to him was all forensically went back to a food truck. And it was very interesting. So I thought I would share it with you guys because everybody likes a good taco from a food truck. Do we not? Yes. We love a good taco, authentic style. And those food trucks really have good ones, don't they? Okay. So let me go over here and pull that bad boy up. I shared it on my Facebook and on my community wall. If anybody is interested in following along or coming back and watching it later in its totality. Here it is. Okay, let me... So let me present this real quick. Hey, Julie, good to see you. So good to see you. My husband asked me today, did you thank that nice lady? I said, yes, I thanked her. He was so worried that I hadn't thanked you. Okay, so here is what happened to a man who ate from an illegal food truck. And it was a pork taco. So here we go.
Here. I'm not here to scare you about food trucks with this video. Sometimes we like to joke that the sketchier the place, the more likely the food is to be really good. If you see an unmarked food truck in the back alleyway by a dumpster with an operator who's been seen to scratch between his legs and then touch the food, you're free to do whatever you like to do, but that's a little too sketchy for me. Luckily, most trucks here in the United States are not like that. A man ate pork tacos from an illegal food truck. This is how his brain shut down. CD is a 47-year-old man presenting to the emergency room confused with a massive headache. His wife Natalie tells the admitting nurse that she found him collapsed on the floor, shaking with his eyes rolling into the back of his head. Several months earlier, behind his office building, CD saw a food truck that he had never seen before. He had heard some stories about a mustached man operating the truck, dropping by at random places in this small town to sell food so delicious that most people had never tasted anything like it before. CD.
Now, he said it was down a dark alleyway and nobody knew where the guy had come from. So some key indicators, but they were good. He was told they were excellent.
He thought this was kind of sketchy. A blank, unmarked truck parked in the back alleyway but he saw the
about to
mustache
find
man
out.
and knew that this is obviously the perfect setting to enjoy the tastiest food. At the truck now, CD
Tasty.
decided to order some pork tacos on recommendation from the chef. At first, CD thought that the
Thank
meat
you.
felt maybe a little too tender in his mouth, almost as if parts of it were like chewing the inside of his own
I love you
cheeks,
too.
maybe cooked medium rare. This was also the first time that he had pork anything, except for maybe some bacon since he was a kid, so he didn't quite remember exactly what the experience was like. The flavor was bold and unbelievably delicious, almost like it was made of something that wasn't allowed in this country. Immediately after finishing the tacos, CD felt good. He was okay for the rest of the day. As he was walking to his car on his way out of work, he thought he felt something weird in his stomach. It didn't last very long, so he didn't think too much of it. As the days passed, CD would feel kind of strange at random times. Some weeks he'd have a cough that just wouldn't seem to go away.
Now, this made me think of Crazy Chicken Lady because she said that she's been sneezing and itching, and it could be a food allergy.
These would come with itchy and watery eyes and a low-grade fever. These could be allergies, but he didn't know for sure. One day, a couple months after eating those tacos, CD used the bathroom. He looked back in the toilet and thought that he saw some rectangular fragments floating around in the bowl, emanating from the mass. He hadn't seen these before. He thought they kind of looked like pieces of canned tuna floating around. But he hadn't eaten any canned tuna recently. He told his wife about this, but he wasn't going to show her his stool, so maybe he was just seeing things, he thought. At a regular health checkup, CD asked about his low-grade fever, about his cough, and about some strange headaches that he would get sometimes. He also asked about the tuna pieces that appeared in his stool. The physician, after doing some tests, told CD that this was probably allergies. It was springtime anyways, and so he recommended some over-the-counter medicines to help with this, as well as recommend CD to chew his food more often. This
Now, wait till you hear what that tuna-looking stuff was.
would be better overall for his health. And he was on his way. CD started hearing rumors about how the food truck may have been an unlawful business.
The food truck was unlawful, meaning it did not abide by the Food and Drug Administration according to the HACCP laws that are in place for food prep.
Mostly because their small town had never seen anything like it. The mustache man didn't seem like he was from around the town, and it was rare here to have visitors. But other people said that the man didn't have permission from the county or the state or any other authority in this area to operate a truck like this. Some of CD's coworkers reported random bouts of not feeling well after eating at the truck. One even reported that she saw the man scratch between his legs and then touch
That one thing right there where he scratched himself is how it all went wrong. That one single thing right there without washing his hands. Watch how that got this man ill.
the food right after, taking a small sample for himself. But CD didn't care. He remembered how delicious those tacos were. Months later, he came across the truck again, got the tacos again, and his mind was blown at how good they were. But a couple days later, CD thought he felt strange, and he didn't know why. It was a little bit of a cough, maybe like a fever. When he stood up from his chair, he felt like his stomach was getting pulled into the ground, and heat would radiate out of his neck. But
Wow.
this was short-lived. Over the next several months, CD started feeling a constant throbbing sensation in his head that started happening every day. It felt like his head was heavy. One day it hurt so bad it brought him down to the ground, and he emptied his stomach from both ends, and afterwards he felt even worse. In the other room, CD's wife, Natalie, hears the commotion, and as she
serious.
walks in, she sees her husband on the floor, shaking with his eyes rolling into the back of his head as she calls for 911, and he's brought to the emergency room where
Check
we
this
are
out.
now. At examination, the medical team sees CD have a generalized tonic-clonic seizure, the kind where one shakes and convulses.
From a worm.
Typically, these only last a few moments, but in CD, it wouldn't stop until the pharmacist gave medicine to terminate
Watch how this turns out to be a nightmare for this man.
it. His blood pressure was high, his heart rate was high, his eyes were wide open, but he was unresponsive, and this gives the medical team some clues
He goes unconscious.
as to what's happening. CD's wife started talking about the headaches that he had been experiencing over the last several months. Taking over-the-counter medicines sometimes didn't help. Both the seizures happening now and the headache developing over time means that something has been happening to his brain, but what could it be? CD didn't have any recent insomnia, which could suggest a psychiatric problem, or something like a nutritional deficiency or a tumor. He didn't have any recent personality changes, and he didn't have any sudden neck stiffness either, which could mean meningitis. A blood test finds that CD has leukocytosis. Leuk from Greek leukos, meaning white, cyte referring to cell,
An attack on the white blood cell.
and osis meaning a disorder of. White blood cell disorder, and in this case meaning that there's more white blood cells floating around than normal. This could be because CD might have a brain infection, but having just had a seizure, adrenaline was getting released into his body, causing white blood cells that typically stick to the lining of the blood vessels to detach, maybe causing that leukocytosis and meaning that meningitis would be unlikely. But what wouldn't be out of the question is maybe some other kind of infection. CD told his wife about the pork tacos from the food truck, but he didn't tell her about some of the other details about that truck.
Pork specifically.
That some of his coworkers had recently gotten sick after eating there, that he found the unmarked truck hidden in the back alleyway. He told her about the weird tuna fish-like appearance in his stool. She tells the medical team about this, and it gives them a more clear idea of what's happening. Pigs and humans have lived together throughout much of history. This proximity has made for some special developments. Human stomachs are a definitive host for a tapeworm called Taenia solium.
Hey, Canine, good to see ya.
Worms have a scolex that attaches to our intestines, and they survive and feed off of our diet while growing to be 20 to 40 feet long. As time passes, their segments break off and appear in the person's stool. Some of these segments contain eggs, and they're called gravid proglottids.
This is getting a worm from pork tacos from a food truck that was not abiding by the laws that we have in the U.S. And the pork that this man ingested caused this.
Remnants of this contaminated human waste can get into pig's food supply. Pig stomach is similar to human stomach. Inside the pig, Taenia solium oncospheres hatch and penetrate the intestinal wall, circulating into muscle tissue. And when we eat meat, we're eating muscle. This is where the exposure and then the infection happens. As the medical team takes a stool sample from CD, they confirm he has Taenia solium tapeworm segments in there. It wasn't canned tuna that he saw that day, it was pork tapeworm. And
Pork tapeworm that looked like canned tuna.
if he usually never ate pork except for those 2 times at the unmarked food truck, then how did this happen? In the United States, agricultural policy, standards, and enforcement has helped prevent Taenia solium from infecting pigs. Sanitation, hygiene standards, and slaughterhouse inspection have made it so that anyone living in the United States buying USDA-inspected pork shouldn't come into contact with Taenia solium. A different species of Taenia, called Taenia saginata, is known as beef tapeworm, comes from cows, different because of how cow stomachs are different from humans and pigs. This is something that you're also not going to find with legal foods. Food trucks in the United States overwhelmingly are fine and not at all like this. You could play it.
So be careful when you stop at those food trucks and get a taco, right? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And now finish his little video here.
It's safe and healthy by ordering food from this video sponsor, Factor. Factor delivers fresh.
Okay, that's the rest of that is just an advertisement. So it was pretty informative. So all of us that love to get a mean taco off of a food truck, we have to be careful, right? So how's everybody doing? How are y'all with the? I don't see anybody. Oh, okay, I see. Does anybody else have a tiger beside their name? Beside me? There's Canine. You've got one. Leave to humans that, yeah, right, I know. Yeah. Well, he wasn't washing his hands and using proper sanitation. So, hey, Clancy, I just showed the video on the food truck, and I played my new chill video. If you guys are just coming in, I can I can replay it if you want me to. So, have you ever had any food truck nightmares, Clancy? Any food truck nightmares? Y'all talk to me. Put my lipstick on. Oh, that's okay. Have you ever had a nightmare? I've had some bad Chinese. Yeah. I got sicker than hell. I didn't think I could drive back to my job. I went and ate a special at the place was called Dragon Inn. And I remember I had a hard time driving back to work. It was before cell phones. It was before everybody had a cell phone in their car. And I ate some kind of shrimp dish, and I no more ate, paid for the meal, and I started feeling. I thought I was gonna faint, and I lost my cookies right there. And I remember I was late getting back to work, and of course they were all pissed off at me. I was working at MR, remember? They were all mad at me for coming back late, but we didn't have a cell phone back then. This was like 1990, maybe 1991, something like that. There, I read an article that said if you buy pork, always freeze it first. That kills the worms. That's good knowledge. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that. So, how do y'all feel about all the merging and drama that's happening in our community? Are y'all interested in it or nah? You burn out? Anybody want to come up, hang out with me? We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us if you're here. If you if you've never been here before, if you could hit the like, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And those that have been coming and like my content, always consider a membership. I'll have one of my mods drop the how to join. Let's see, here is the yeah, it's $1.99 because I want to have members only lives. Yep. This is how I feel if we're going to be doing any kind of battle royale on Friday. I believe that me and Brick had talked. I like that name because I like that television show. All characters appearing in my show and work is fictitious. Any resemblance to real people, living or dead, is purely coincidental. Here's y'all some popcorn. And here's my footage of Bigfoot, I believe. If you don't, that's okay. That's okay. But I do. This is for my stalker who likes to peer. Yeah. Just kidding. She knows I love her. Here's Snoopy watching me. Even he's caught on. That's when Miss Drama Queen came to visit. She'll be here on Friday. She always brings us lots of gossip, Miss Drama Queen. There's always lots happening, right? All right, I'm gonna play y'all my little video I made today. I don't have it uploaded on my StreamYard, so I've got to go over here and get it. Hang on just a second, and I will play it again for you coming in late. Hopefully, you will enjoy it. Yeah. So right here we go. Let me present. Y'all tell me if y'all like this. This is sort of my new theme for spring. Y'all feel me? This is my spring theme for here. Here we go. You can't hear me because I got it on mute. Y'all like that? I made that for y'all. Okay, cool. Here in Texas, the only type of food trucks we have is like taco trucks, but you can get them pretty good food. Yeah. Okay, Mama too. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. K9, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh man, I love it. It takes me back. Music like this takes me back to the 80s R&B. Greg, I know it, man. My first love. That was before the Kardashians. That's right, man. I love that stuff, man. Yeah, so I was like, after hearing all the drama that happens in our community, sometimes I got to go take a breather, a downer. And so when I was putting together the title of my show this week, it was Let's Chill. And so I said, that's just going to be what the whole theme will be for the month, for spring, rather. So it was Can We Talk? Now it is Let's Chill. So everybody can kind of peek in here after being out on the YouTube streets and we can gossip with the drama queen. She'll be here on Fridays. Y'all know the drama queen, right? She likes to come in on Fridays and bring us up to date on all the YouTube drama. Yes, I'll be here on Friday and we'll gossip about all the YouTube drama. Yes, we will. I'll be here on Friday. So that's Drama Queen, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that, Drama Queen. Hey, Tara, good to see you. Hey, Tara. Of course, that wasn't me. That was Drama Queen. I helped at the fair and some food trucks are really. I bet you could tell us some stories. Really? Oh, wow. So, so many people say that the food is so good, though. But it's probably good because it's got some funk in it, right? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is it the funk? That might be what it is. Oh my gosh. So I was glad to see Easy over at Ernie's, and I'm glad that he doesn't hate me anymore, and I don't hate him anymore, and all is well. So use your Flonase emojis and stickers accordingly. It is spring. It could be for anybody. It was really nice seeing everybody get together and come together as a creative team. That's always fun for those of us that are creatives, right? It's always exciting getting together with other creative minded people. I like that. I dig it, man. I dig it. Only got a few more years left on this earth. Might as well do something that I enjoy doing, and making people laugh and creating art is it. My husband's the one that makes me ask y'all for money, just so y'all know. He just wants my internet bill paid. That's all. It's $24. Easy. And I have issues too. Well, I hope it all works out. I was glad to see Easy and Ernie's chat. They are both funny. How can you not like them? I mean, I still watch Easy even though he was like mad at me, but he's funny as shit when he covers people. It's like he was having to watch Grandma's soap here this week when he was having to cover some people. He was hating it. He was hating its guts. He was like, "Please let me go play outside. I don't want to have to do this." I was right there with him, man, because it's same old, same old. Bless his heart, but he did a great job every time he covered them. Though he kept me laughing. You're right. I mean, they're great entertainers, and that's what we're here for: is to entertain you and make you have a better day and funner life, right? So I enjoy coming here and seeing all you. That's why I'm always on. It's just fun. Plus, my son, he creates. And so I'll go ask him, hey, how do I do this or how do I do that? And he's made some really good stuff for me. So it's sort of a collaboration sometimes, and I like that. And y'all have seen my husband's work. He's the one who made my original intro props. And listening to that song, Let's Chill, was like I hadn't like fallen in love with the right one yet. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. I'm allergic to it. Uh, Me too, but I don't think so. He got a mod who keeps me from talking to him. Is it not that Christine? Yeah, he's got some aggressive mods, but so does Ernie. I just don't chat over there. I guess he doesn't want us there, or he would tell his mods to chill. So I just respect his autonomy, I guess is the word, or is it anonymity? Anonymity, anonymity, anonymity. No, not her. You want to come up? Let's gossip. Come on. Hell yeah, come on up. It's the kitchen table. Come on up. Tell me who. Tell me more. Tell me more. Easy's mods are very, yeah, just like Ernie's. It's just like Ernie's. I understand. My mods are protective of me. Crazy Chicken Lady, she's always watched my back. And back when I had Gamer Girl, she was a really good mod. And Sarah, hey, good to see you.
Gamer Girl is about as two-faced as anybody I've ever met in my life.
She is paranoid. She
Yeah,
is.
Gamer Girl is two-faced now. You gotta watch her. She's
Yeah.
sneaky.
She's always been that way, though. I think her loyalty has always been to Nick. That's okay. And we all have our favorite. Not hating on her at all.
Her loyalty is to whoever will give her a wrench.
Do what?
I said her loyalty is to whoever's dumb enough to give her a wrench.
She,
That's-
I think came from Rap's chat, right? Wasn't she a troll? So I just take her for what it's worth. She's, good at what she does. She trolls.
She's the one that kept messing with my account at Mama T's.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah,
she a mod?
yeah. She
Oh,
was till
okay.
Tina finally asked me, did I know who was doing it? And I told her, yeah. She went and
She
looked,
was
and
one of
sure
my
enough,
mods. She was one of my top mods. I mean, like I really, really trusted her. That's
you're lucky
okay.
she
We
didn't do
all have our
anything.
favorite. I don't hold any ill will toward her. I understand.
No,
She
no,
did
I
what
don't
was
care.
best for her.
No, I don't buy that shit. Screwing other people over is not best for you or anybody else. I don't care what people say.
I understand. People like to play games here, though, so I just try to roll with the punches. You know what I mean?
Well, that'd be just like I'll leave here and I
Yeah,
get
they
talk
want to
shit
know
about
who
you.
who is the rogue mod over at Easy's that you were
I'm
talking
not to
about.
say. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
starting a drama.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, don't start drama. I understand. Especially right when everything got copacetic over there. So, hey,
Yeah.
Army Vet, good to see you. Yeah, good to
Easy's a
see
grown
y'all.
ass man. If he wants to know what's going on, he can come ask me. Because he knows there's something going on. He just ain't figured it out yet. So,
He is pretty smart.
so like I said, if he wants to know, he'll come ask me. If he don't, oh well. I'm just
He's
another
very
sub he lost.
entertaining.
Ezekiel, get down off of that countertop. There's no more pizza. You ate it all. Get
Are you
down.
cooking?
No.
Oh,
I ended up, we have this real Italian restaurant here, and they make the most incredible pizza you've ever tasted. But even a small, I cannot eat in. It takes me like 3 days to eat it. It's so small. I mean, it's so much. But 'cause I
yeah.
just don't eat that often anyway. But every time I
What do
get
you
a
like
piece
to eat
out,
on yours?
girl, Ezekiel's hell bent. He gonna get some of that more. He just ate half my piece. Yeah, and I want some more. That stuff is good, Mama. That stuff is good. Yeah,
What's he
your mama
like? What is it? Got sausage on it?
got pepperoni and they have this.
Okay.
They make their own sauce and it's a little bit sweet and
Yeah.
it's got that and it's got the onions and pepperoni and he just loves onions and pepperoni. He's not supposed to have onions though, so I have to pull him off. But he still tries to sneak
Yeah.
one every now and then. You're right.
This community has given us PTSD. We come out swinging. Get you before. That's true. That's true.
Well, you
Where
know,
is every? Where is everything with the Summer Wells case? Does anybody know if there's anything new with any of that? I've been out
Gibson.
of the loop. Huh?
I watched the guy today. His wife is she's not really a psychic, but she has this strong feelings about stuff. Uh, um,
Okay.
they have been looking for Summer for some time now.
Yeah.
There's actually a place that
Well,
is a
there was
dam.
no body in this Harmony Montgomery case. So all this no body, no crime just went out the window last week when he was discharged. So why can't they say because of the state versus Montgomery, we can move forward with charges? You lose a kid, you do time. You don't
I'll
get
tell
to
you
just
why.
lose your kid.
Hold on, let me throw this away and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
In
To
the
me,
Hillary
there's
Montgomery, yeah,
some
in the
level
Montgomery
of neglect
case,
there. Yeah.
well, there's a whole lot of level of neglect, but in the Montgomery case, there were so many witnesses to the abuse that came forward. The brother, saying he seen the black eye, friends saying they lived in cars, drug addicts. I mean, there was so much evidence against him that they were able
Yeah.
to build a strong circumstantial case.
Okay.
With Summer, they handled it completely wrong from the beginning, and therefore there's no real evidence. There's nothing for them to grab hold of and say, you did this, you did that. And they know that the children were neglected because they took the boys. They're never getting
Right.
those boys back. I mean, they're gone. The
But
boys are done
but
with.
with Kayla or whatever her name was, turning state's witness and doing the right thing, as disgusting as she did the right thing. You would think that that would nudge Candace to do the right thing, right? Because
Yeah,
they
well, you got to
said that
find
she had guilty knowledge, right? So there's
what
something there being,
hidden. Gypsy, if
yeah.
you sit down and you look at it from all angles, Candace can't turn Don in because Don may have not been the one who did it. She may have been. Don's not going to turn Candace in because she is his narcissistic supply.
Mm,
Okay,
yes,
this
you're right.
Taylor girl who turned all the evidence and told everything she knew, she did that to save her own ass. Instead of getting life in prison, she got 2 years because she went
Two
state's evidence.
years.
Yeah, she did that to save her own self. That wasn't for the love of that child or because it was the right thing. The prosecutor came in and said, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. You give us what we need and we'll give you 2 years for child abuse. And that's what they did, basically, in a nutshell. I mean, it was a little bit more complicated than that, but in a nutshell, that's what they did. So she'll be out in a couple of years. And
They said that she would even be able to, at some point, see her kids again.
yeah, because
She would
they,
be able to pick up where she left off.
yes, they consider her an abusive spouse who had a drug issue and was forced into the situation. So she's being as abusive spouse as it's not her fault. She got caught up in
Tara,
it because of the drug.
she admitted. Let me just tell you this one detail that it just blows my mind.
Okay.
And she couldn't have stayed high 24/7. I mean, that's expensive. At some point, she's got some clarity. But he said he calls her from work and says, "Bring Harmony to me, and I'll put her in the freezer."
Yes, I
Because
heard that.
Kayla said she had started to smell, and she
Yes.
put her in the stroller and made the other kids walk along in the snow, and she had her for that amount of time and carried that body up there to his job. At what point did this say this was a good idea? You can't be that high.
She
Like
wasn't. They questioned her about that, Gypsy.
she wants to claim that she was not making, rational decisions. One, because she was under emotional duress. I get that. I lived in a couple abusive relationships, but there was always something in me, as a mommy, that I wanted to overtake them to protect the children. Where the hell was that in her?
Well, you got to remember something, okay? Number one, that's not her biological child. So that desire that you and I have, that primal, I will rip your fucking throat out
The
desire is not
primal
there.
instinct,
Yeah,
right?
it's not there because that was not her daughter. She had two biological children she was trying to take care of. This child was a burden to her and her husband. She didn't want this child any more than he did. They just didn't want the mother having it out of spite. When
Yeah.
she carried that baby up there, they asked her about that. How could you have possibly taken that baby all the way up there and let him put it in the freezer? And she said, "Do you know what he had done to me if I hadn't?" And you and I both are surviving victims of domestic abuse. So I'm going to ask you a very truthful question. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But at what point, at your lowest point in that relationship, can you honestly say that you would have not done something if he told you to out of fear?
See, I always fought back. I was
See,
always combative. I was a bitch. I didn't just take it because I had been in a domestic violence home as a child. So I had to fight. So when he hit me, I hit him back. It was never he just hit me and I was just a punching bag. I always hit, scratch, pulled hair, bit, you name it. I had sisters, so I can't go there mentally. It never happened. So I always fought back.
but you have to remember, darling, domestic violence is not always physical abuse. It's
Yeah,
just as much psychological abuse. And if you're a weak
right,
person, if you're a weak
right.
person by nature, and you've got somebody like her who's been on drugs, who is on drugs, who's got other children, living in a car, you have nowhere to go. Your mom won't even let you stay there. Okay? What do you think you have? What's going to be available to you? You're going to hang on to this loser. For whatever reason in your mind you've made up. More likely because she was terrified of him. Because even though he beat on her and the kids, his abuse to her was a
Right.
lot of psychological.
Yeah.
Steve never beat on me. I'd have put a bullet in him. But he played a lot of psychological games with me. And it was horrible.
I think you're right, K9. I think it was 7 that they said she doesn't have a single one of them.
Yes, he's
And
right. It was.
that brings a ethical question up. I know it's age old, but should those that are traumatic brain injury sufferers for whatever reason, whether it be alcohol fetal syndrome, or they're born with severe autism, or they're suffering from severe Down syndrome, do you think that there are some that should not procreate because it's ethically wrong?
I think, honestly, you're getting ready to start a war with that question.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from with it. And it is a
And then
legitimate
and then
question.
and then who judges that bar, right?
Exactly. Who judges it? Who decides that
Who
you're not mentally
judges?
capable?
Right? Who's right? Exactly. But it
And
does
then you
make
open
you
up another
scratch your head
window.
and think, were they? Well, I know he may have been, but was she really mentally capable of having 7 children? Just because she could
Candace?
physically have them, should she have had them? Do you get where I'm going? Ethically, because of her
Candace
impairment.
wasn't. We're talking about Candace now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Candace, at that point in time when she first started having the first kids, I don't think Candace has ever been mentally impaired. I still don't think
You
she's
don't.
mentally impaired. I think it's a.
You don't
I think
think
it's
she
an
has
act.
traumatic brain injury?
No,
You
no.
don't.
She's a hell of a con. And she really is. If I had to do a profile on her, I would be all over the board with it. She has survived abuse, domestic and physical and mental, but she did drugs at such an extent as a young child that her brain actually stopped functioning. And they get what is called a child
Arrested
brain,
development. Yeah.
right? Okay, so
Yeah.
here we are. She's a grown woman, but her brain isn't grown
Right.
because her brain's still back at 15 when she was doing drugs, when it
Right.
stopped processing and growing the way it was
Arrested
supposed to.
development. Yeah, that's exactly
Right.
right. When she
So I
was
think that's her
traumatized.
problem.
Well,
Hmm.
she may have been traumatized even earlier than that, because they say that Grandis's brother is like this notorious sex offender who has to be like masked like
Yeah.
freaking Hannibal Lecter when he's transported because he's so vicious. That could have been her first perpetrator for all we know.
Well, you
She
know
come
what?
from a long
What
line
happened
of
to the
them.
sister? Think about it. What happened to her
Yeah.
sister? And what does she know about what happened to her sister?
I wonder if she was being trafficked.
I'm gonna tell you a
Right.
short story because I don't want to drag it all out and hold everybody up. But I had been at my daughter's house, which was my house. I gave her my house when I got married. I gave her the house I had. And she calls me, and I'm over there with the kids playing. Well, it's nap time, so I leave. I come back to
Yeah.
my house, which is a mile away, okay? 30 minutes later, she called me screaming she can't find the baby.
Oh no.
So I'm on the phone, flying back to mom's house, which is my house, um, on the phone with the police. I get there, there's K9, there's police officers everywhere, detectives. I mean, you'd thought that there was SWAT team should have came in next. Neighbors
Right.
were everywhere looking for him, screaming for him. I'm all in the house looking for him. Ashley's on the ground hyperventilating. She can't even breathe. She is so distraught. She can't even talk. I had to talk for her. And the detective looks at me and says, "What did she do to him?" I said, "I don't think she did anything to him. I'm going to be honest with you." I asked her, and I did. We're all human. Did you hurt him? Did something happen? Did you lose your composure? I've never known my daughter not to be a good mother.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I said, she's hyperventilating. She couldn't talk. 45 minutes later, we find Aiden Kai. He's been running around behind us inside the house, hiding in closets. So when we checked one room, he would go into the room we checked from the room we hadn't checked.
Oh.
He was bypassing us, okay? Well, there's a bathroom in the master bedroom, and the detective was standing down. He was leaning just right, trying to get Ashley to talk to him, and she couldn't breathe. She couldn't talk. I had the baby. Um, and they seen him when he moved. He was behind the door of the bathroom. I was outside that time talking to the canine officers and the detectives, trying to
The
figure out,
canine didn't smell him.
they hadn't brought the canine in the house yet.
Oh,
They were
okay.
having me bring stuff out. They thought he got out of the house because the front door wasn't shut all the way. And Ashley thought, oh my God, Mom, did you leave that door open or did he get out?
Right.
And I couldn't remember. Did I shut it tight? I just couldn't remember. So all of a sudden, a police officer comes out and he says, Nana, I think I got something for you. And I turn around and there he stands looking at me. And I just went to my knees. I couldn't breathe. And I'm holding the baby. And the whole time, see what made it so worse is his little sister's only like 2, right? And she kept saying, Bruh gone. He never coming back. Bruh gone. He never coming back.
Oh my gosh.
So the police thought she seen something but won't old enough to tell it.
I freak out and things
We
like
did.
that
We all broke.
happen.
But like I said, my daughter's on her 4th child. I've never known her to be a bad mother.
Right.
But did he fall? Did he get hurt? Did something happen? Are you scared? Because if something happened to him, she'd have been terrified of me. I'm telling you, she would have been. Because she knows that little person's my heart and soul. So, I'm thinking, Ashley, did you do something? Did something happen? Are you scared to tell me? You got to tell me. I can't help you if you don't tell me. She kept saying, Mama, I don't know. I was in my office doing my job. She couldn't figure out how he walked past her because she had to go past her office to get out of the house. She said, I don't know how he got out. I just don't know. We tore that house upside down, and that little ship was hiding behind the door. Inside, she had a long black robe from Victoria's Secrets, and he was standing inside that black robe hiding. And the detective just happened to see a flash of his red shirt when he moved.
Oh,
So you don't know what people will or will not do, I guess is my point here.
yeah.
You
Do
know,
you think from when we were younger, do you think that we're just hearing about this more, or do you think that there are definitely more crime on child or familial crimes happening more now?
I think it's always been this bad. I just think we're hearing about it now. More so because we have access to the internet and various other things that we never had before. And Army vet's got a good point. Just because you're a mother doesn't mean you're a mother, and a father doesn't mean you're a father. That's absolutely true. Um, if you
I
ask me,
think
my daughter's,
I think there's more cases because we're more populated. There's just more people here now.
well, coming from
Yeah.
West Virginia, Gypsy, I watch a lot of the mysteries out of West Virginia and stuff. And you'd be surprised how many young children have been found dead up in the mountains of West Virginia.
Oh
Never
no.
reported. Never, these kids are from the 40s and 50s, okay? They
Right.
can date them back. But these are kids that were never reported. Did they die naturally? Who knows? Some of them I'm sure did. Back then, we buried our dead in our own backyards if we didn't put them in the cemetery. I
That's
mean,
right.
West Virginia was a strange place. It still is. So, I kind of really honestly think that it's because we have more access to what's going on in the world around us. Because the UN has went in and they've categorized all the major countries. Our population is significantly down. People aren't having children. They're not reproducing.
Hey Kim.
Um, so, I just think we're being more exposed to it. And then when you get on, here's another thing. If you get on YouTube, you really see it
Yeah.
because creators are making money off of it.
Hmm.
But if you go to the nightly news, you don't see that much of it. You don't hear that much of it.
Yeah.
Um, I think we're more exposed to it as YouTubers than the general population. And I do believe that.
Did you start in
Did I start and where?
Boyd, the bottom of YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Now, when you see you seen is that where you see it at, or is it like the gaming community? Because I hear a lot of people say the gaming community is where it's really bad.
it is. Gaming community's horrible. Um, I came in with the beauty community, Jeffree Star and those guys.
I
Um,
love him.
I used to do modeling, so I was back messing with makeup again. Um, so I came in with those guys, and I seen Summer Wells on my feed one day, and I jumped over there. Of course, I was down there when Onision and Shane Dawson and those guys were big. Matter of fact, I was part of the movement to get Onision removed from Twitter and YouTube because of him sexually abusing and grooming children. Um, it took us about a year and a half, but we got rid of him. Took a lot of phone
Yeah.
calls to Susan. Took a lot of videos being sent to Susan. Police reports being filed that were sent to Susan.
So you must
Before,
remember the era of don't fuck with cats.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I say.
Yeah.
I
There.
mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about your experience with all that? Do you feel like this is a safe community,
Oh God,
or
no.
there's just no such thing?
There's no such thing. When I was in the beauty community,
Okay.
I was there mostly because of my background in makeup and modeling and stuff when I was a teenager.
Mhm.
Always been a big fan of makeup.
Yeah.
And,
Me
I
too.
just started, I just ended up there one day. Excuse me. But I have watched some of these beauty gurus especially Shane Dawson and Onision, do some of the most foulest, nastiest, unbelievable things with 10 million followers that you've ever seen. And they
Wow.
got away with it. A lot of the reason they got away with it is because Susan didn't want to lose the ad revenue off of them. There was a lot of when you go back to the bottom, there was a whole lot of eyes being turned the other way because YouTube was making a lot of money at that time. Um, you didn't even have to go through anything to get monetized. You just had to jump up and click the button, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it won't nothing like it is
Dang.
now. Yeah.
They put me through hell. I've done everything
Hmm.
but jump in Lake Minnetonka naked.
Yeah.
I'm
It used to not be that way. Used to you could pretty much just jump on and well, if you jump in the lake, I'll put you on my damn cash app. But yeah. Ooh, that was a visual. Um, so yeah, it was, it was a lot different. Matter of fact, they changed the policy because they had so many people who would make a video that would go viral and they would get monetized, but they wouldn't do anything else. And they would just keep getting paid off that one video.
yeah.
So they stopped that. Come here, Zeke. Come here. Come here. But
Good to
yeah, it's
see you,
like that.
Crazy Chicken Lady. Hey, Kim.
You're not jumping today on me. Okay. Sorry about that. Zeke decided he wanted to ride my back like a horse. He doesn't realize how big he is.
I believe they are here to destroy.
Did you spit out your Prozac? Did you spit it out? You better swallow that Prozac.
It's where they do fuck shit to each other. They like prank each other. They roast each other. They have verbal combat war, and sometimes they go real life and swat people, and they go hardcore. Roger Brown comes from Boy. Tara said
Yeah,
she
Roger
was
was.
from there,
Yep,
and
Roger was down there too.
Mark the Shark uh,
Mm-hmm.
is is introducing Ernie to it.
There's a lot of those places I just don't want to be a part of anymore, Gypsy.
Well, we're on the first floor. I'm not in the basement, but I'm not at the penthouse either. So, if y'all want to go to Boyd, the escalator will be available to you at the end of this live. But I like to think of myself as being at the pennies level of the mall, equal to Sears pennies.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kim. I don't want
So
any part of that mess anymore.
yeah, I'll go down there and hang out and get smutty with my friends, but not here. You know what I mean? I want everyone to come here and chill. You know, have a
I'll be
laugh,
honest
have a
with you.
chuckle.
I have reached a point, Gypsy, where you don't see me in a whole lot of chats anymore.
Yeah,
Um, it's very rare for me to pop in. If I do, I don't stay very long. Or if I do, I just sit there. I may say hey to everybody and sit back and watch. I am so disgusted with the lies and the drama and the manipulation and the fact that someone like Nicolina can run amok on YouTube and nobody do nothing about it.
you're right.
It
Hey,
just
Chihuahua
disgusts
Mom.
me. Did you see the video she made,
Who?
Nicolina, about paper cut Tina?
Did I see it? Refresh my memory.
Someone where they're using Scooby Dooby Doos and
Yes, I
those.
saw that. Yeah,
That's
cause
so
she found the original. Cause she found the original and shared it.
disgusting.
She ripped it off. It was a rip off.
But it was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I love Paper Cut Teen. I think she's awesome. I wish my body looked like that. I'd
I
paint a
know.
big old sunflower over my belly and I'd get naked too. I'd go out with a bang too if I was, if I had it going on like that. I wish.
Well, every single person who doesn't hit sexual orientation and report that should be ashamed of themselves. I'm just gonna say it. If you don't report that for sexual content, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Which one?
The one where she's talking about twerking with Tina.
Mm,
There is nothing funny, appropriate
mm-mm.
about anything in that video. It's as nasty and disgusting as anything I've ever seen. And it's open posted
She
for
was
everybody to see.
raunchy. She said she likes to hardcore troll. So she delivers. I guess that's what they go over there to watch. That's what they like.
You know,
I don't
you're a
like
lot
hurting
more,
people. That I don't get off on hurting people like that.
I don't either. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to talk bad
I
about
want to make them
anybody.
laugh.
I just don't. I don't understand how it just not infuriates the majority of us that this is going on.
Where's Mama T been? I haven't seen her go live in a while.
Supposed to be on vacation.
Oh, okay. I understand that. Now's a good time to go. All the rates are cheap. You're a troll? Are you from Boyd too, Cushy? Or did you come in with the rap? Didn't rap come from gaming? I know he was Rap View. Was he in the gaming community? A troll to the left, a troll to the right. I hear ya.
I'm gonna tell you what, that gaming community, I thought we were nasty. They got us beat by a long shot. They're horrible.
Yeah, I saw her, but I haven't seen her go live. Haven't I haven't seen her go live in a while.
Yeah, I know she told me she was visiting family, so I don't know.
That sounds like fun. I was all last week, so I understand. You came from crime. I did too. I was true crime. My channel was true crime in the beginning too, and then it just got to be. My family didn't like hearing me talk about it, and it's just I can only handle like talking about it here and there. I don't like to talk about it a lot.
I ended up in true crime because of Summer Wells.
Me too.
And honestly, I'm at a point where there are a few of you that I still care about and want to see. But for
Yeah.
the vast majority, I have no interest in what's going on anymore in the drama community. I think it's disgusting. I think it's degrading. How in the world people behave the
I
way they
don't
do?
know. I think there's a certain level of sadomasochism. They must like coming here and having someone just berate them, and then they go and do something else. It's very bizarre to me. Some people like it. I don't know. Like that Jerry Springer shit.
It is. They do.
I'll watch it, but I don't want to be on it. You know? I am too. I am too.
Oh
I
Lord.
made this today. I'll turn my camera off so my thing don't slow down. But I made this
Oh.
today because I get kind of sick of the drama. So I made this little break from all the yelling and hoping and hollering. Right? Yeah, I thought you'd like that army vet. Thanks for sticking around for it. Yeah, I like to create videos like that when I get burnout, burnout on the drama. So I just like to go create some music. Hey, crazy chicken lady! I'm glad you finally made it. I shared that video on why you might be itching. It could be the pork tacos. I shared that in the beginning. You'll have to go back and watch it. Um, so yeah, I made this video today when I was just hanging out, and I was kind of like trying to change the theme of my channel. I change it up every once in a while. It was the porch, and then it was let's talk. What was it? Let's talk. No, it was can we talk? It was can we talk? Coffee talk. Can we talk? And now it's let's chill. So just changing up a little bit. I hope y'all enjoyed it. You'll have to rewind, I guess, or I could hang out. If you want me to hang out, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let's chill, baby. Let's settle down. That's what I want to do. Yeah. So what you got going on today, Miss Chicken Lady? Are you still itching? I had to get cream for the itching. Have you tried Benadryl? You should watch the beginning of this. It talks about a guy getting a tapeworm from eating pork tacos off a taco truck. Because the guy that made the pork tacos that were so succulent and delicious scratched his butt while he was making it. That's how it all went down. That sounds nice. It was nice here today, too, in North Carolina. Army vet, do you like R. Kelly? I mean, outside the fact that he's a weirdo, do you like his music? Outside the fact he's a weirdo. Kim, did you want to come up? Paste. She's still here. There she is. Butter biscuits. I
What
got to
part of
get
North
back
Carolina are
down to
you
North.
from?
I'm right smack dab in the middle. Where are you at, Butter Biscuit? It was cold in the hospital. Yeah, we've had the heat on all day, but it's sunny off and
It's
on.
warm
Yeah,
here.
101. School
Mm.
procrastination skills. I work better under pressure. Hello,
Hello.
Kim Maple. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sweetheart. How are you today?
You can ship them gummies to me, crazy chicken lady.
No, me first.
All right, we'll split them.
Yeah, you got
Heck
to
yeah.
share with your friends, Gypsy.
You got to do
Yeah, I'll give you
threesies
my
on your
Sharing is
son.
caring.
address. I'll give you my
Sharing is
address.
caring.
That's right. We need some threesies here.
We need some
Exactly.
gummies, man. There should be some gummies in the emojis. Hopefully, I
You know,
added
that's a
them.
Sharing
good
is
idea.
caring.
Yeah. We are also live on Facebook, just so you ladies know. We
Uh-oh.
are
Hello,
airing
Facebook.
on both YouTube and Facebook.
I don't
Hi,
know if I look
Facebook.
good enough to be on camera.
I'm sure you look beautiful. You know, I don't go on camera because I ain't letting nobody know who I am in real life. Nothing against you girls. I would let y'all know if we could do it without the rest of the world knowing.
I love that song, Chihuahua Mom. Me and my husband sing that all the time. Every time we think we would leave it, we're like, "What? We're so proud to be from here. We're crazy to think that."
What, North
We
Carolina?
always just yeah, I love it. I love being from here.
North Carolina's a pretty prominent state. You know, I never realized that growing up here, just how important this state was. You know, and you hear it on the TV all the time now, and I used to look and think, why are they talking about North Carolina? But we
So
are. This is a really, prosperous state. You got a huge medical. You know that.
Yes.
Well, you know what we got, Gypsy.
Yes.
I said, me and you are
Arvita,
actually neighbors.
you're in Louisiana? Is that where you said you are?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. I bet you have got
Yeah,
some good
remember, sharing is
Cajun food.
caring.
Yeah. Hook some sisters up. We don't care if it makes us break out an itch. We'll take it.
Do y'all did they make you guys eat?
Hey, STA. Good to see you. Hey, Harvey. Good to see you.
Kim,
Yeah, good to
What?
see you.
did those gummies make you eat?
Mm-hmm. You get the munchies.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
my stomach was damaged so bad when I was in the hospital for those 26 days.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I go 2 days without eating anything. They got me on stomach medicine.
It would
The
definitely
two,
help.
that's what I'm wondering, because when I eat, Zeke gets more of what I eat than I eat.
Right.
I'll tell
In
you
two
what's
days, I've
I
had
would
two
worked for
pieces of
try it.
me,
pizza.
I
Tara,
would
is
try it because it's not
my
like
sister.
smoking.
Sorry, do you ever use those Ensure drinks when your stomach
Yeah, I have to keep
hurts?
those.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I've
my
got the Assure
sister.
and the Boost. Like I said, I
Hmm.
have to keep those, but you figure in the last 72 hours, I've ate two pieces of pizza and a small bowl of spaghetti. And I didn't even
Yeah,
finish the spaghettis. Zeke got the rest of it in his bowl.
yeah.
For that matter, Zeke got most of the pizza. That's why he was barking at me earlier.
Kim,
He
I
was like,
love your walls. That
Oh,
wood paneling. I love that. Like when I'm looking for a house to buy, I want to have that. What is it called? Knotted pine. I think
yeah,
it's
I think so.
gorgeous.
No idea.
I think it's just gorgeous. I
My
love
son's like,
that.
"Are you live?"
It's
I'm like,
like
"I'm
that
not alive."
cabin fever, that cabin feel. I love that.
Oh yeah, I love it. I would actually love to be in a log cabin.
me too,
Yeah,
Kim.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I know I'm going to move soon. I just don't know where or what. I even thought about going to Italy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've never been there.
They've got a beautiful village over there that's you can buy a house where my house here is 300,000. I could buy the same house in Italy for 62,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I've been, looking, thinking I'm going somewhere. I'm not staying here. I don't want to stay here anymore. So
Sweet child of mine.
Thank you.
No chicken, huh? You didn't go singing? Was that today? I think that was yesterday. Was that yesterday she was singing? My daughter
Oh
almost
no.
proposed. Oh no.
she all right?
She okay, SDA?
She says she's okay.
Okay. Whew.
I fell downstairs before too. It's not good. Only on.
He'll only sing on Tina's. Paper cut Tina's. Did you fall in love? Don't you know you're not supposed to fall in love with the Coco Cabana?
Oh God.
Oh, she's
At the
pregnant.
Coco
Wow.
Cabana.
Oh,
Music
thank God she's okay.
always.
Yeah, for real.
My youngest one's pregnant right now, SDA, and I'm gonna tell you what, she just is wobbly because she's only 4'11", 100 pounds. So she's all baby, and she just flying all over the place.
Oh boy.
She was with the last two. Like I said, she's only 4'11", about 100 pounds. So she looks like a basketball walking around. You see her stomach before you see her. It's so funny.
I'm only
I'm doing
4'11". That's
good,
how I was
Harvey.
with
Good to
my
see
daughter.
you. Oh, really?
I was all belly.
I'm gonna be honest with both of you. I was 5'2" and 200 pounds. I was so fat you couldn't see me.
Oh
You could not see
jeez.
me, the me in me. You couldn't see me. My dad walked right up to me and didn't know it was me. Girl, I was fat. They put me in bed when I
Wow.
was pregnant. Shit. I didn't do nothing but lay in bed and eat.
I got big with my youngest. My youngest, I got the heaviest with, and he
I
was
had that
small.
What is it called, Gypsy? It's not endometriosis. It's
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, and I had to be off my feet the entire time.
Right,
Oh,
And they told me never to get pregnant again. When I got
right.
pregnant with Ashley, they wanted me to abort her, and I wouldn't. I said no.
My
If she
goodness.
dies, I die. We go together. But
it's 410 too, SDA.
honey, little short girls in our family. But see, she won't.
That's sweet.
It is. Ashley's not before 11.
Yeah, I'm 4'11".
It's ain't a tiny little thing.
I'll probably be 4'9" by the time I pass away. I'll need a
Five
booster
five.
seat when I drive.
What is like where they say you're a midget?
I think 4'9" is like dwarf. Is the tallest you could be as a dwarf.
I think you're
I'm not
right,
sure
Kim.
what it is for midgets or little people, whatever they want to call themselves.
So what is like how little do you have to be for them to like allow you to like enter those where they throw you in mud and stuff?
Oh, I don't know.
You know, mud wrestling midgets. I have
Yeah,
one come
Oh
in my
yeah,
chat. I have one come
they're
in my
under four
chat
foot, aren't they?
I would
yesterday or
think
the day
so.
before, and they said that they were a wrestling midget. That sounds interesting. I'm sure I was being trolled, but you never know.
Probably.
I didn't want
Yeah,
to
that's right. You never
embarrass
know.
them. I didn't want to embarrass them, so I just went along with it.
Somebody get rid of Captain Caveman's comment, please.
I can't.
I can't either. That's why I asked one of the others to do it because we're up here on chat. We can't get rid of it.
Right.
Thank you. Somebody got rid
I
of it.
had
Thank
a
you.
gastro bypass surgery. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, that's awesome.
Does your
You're
stomach
five
bother you
four.
now?
Huh?
I was just asking Biscuit. Does her stomach bother her now? Like mine hurts all the daggone time. What in the heck is wrong with you? Have you lost
You're
your
right.
mind? There must be
Wow.
somebody out front. Zeke is just throwing a daggone fit.
That's a great accomplishment, Butter Biscuits. That's
That is a
fantastic.
very big accomplishment.
Oh, Lord, bless your heart. Hmm. I know a few people who's had not so good experiences with their bypass, so prayers to you. I'm thinking of
Ooh.
buying villa in northern Italy. I
That's what
don't
I've
know
been
anything
thinking
about
about.
Italy. I
I
don't
don't
know
want to live in the
anything about
cities. I want to
Italy.
go into a small village.
I just don't know if I could live in a whole different country, not knowing anybody at all.
Oh God, I think it'd be so cool.
Yeah, I'm
I
used to
don't
my
think I could
Dollar
do it.
Generals. I'm a guy, by the way. I went to high school with Gypsy. You did not. Did you really?
What? Really?
Did you really? Did we date?
Mm,
Gotta
you
ask.
know I do. Don't you?
Cemeteries.
That's probably a good thing. Oh,
I can buy a beautiful villa there for only 219. Hmm. I have a weird hernia. Do you really? Oh, I'm sorry. They call me Big Jim back then. Okay, Jim. I remember you. You're in Virginia now, right? I wish Tara was still up here. Maybe that would be
why?
fun because she knows Virginia real well,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm pretty sure that Big Jim lives in Virginia.
Mm.
Is it Virginia or Canada you're in now?
Whatever.
uh, I can speak fluent
Oh,
Italian since my mom is Italian.
oh,
Well,
that's awesome.
yeah. Chicken fettuccine to you.
Chicken fettuccine.
There she is. Hey, right
I kicked
now I'm
myself
way
down.
up in northern Canada. Okay, I know who you are. Good to see. Thank you for coming. We have a few Canadians here. So you are under Trudeau. Tell me how you like him.
Because
I think
Gypsy's
he's
in love with
cute.
him.
I think he's cute.
Gypsy's got the hots for him.
I know I'm right behind Trump's daughter. I think she always gets the sparkly eyes when she gets around him.
She sure does.
I think he's good looking, and don't get mad at me, but I think Gavin Newsom is. I think he's good looking. I know, leave me alone. Get away. You're my husband. You're not supposed to know who I think is cute. It's his hairspray, honey. You know how I feel about hairspray.
I'm bald.
Little hum. Oh, that's cool.
Popcorn.
Bro,
Popcorn.
don't
Popcorn.
quit. That's cat food. Would you stop? Stop.
He throwing cat food at you?
I don't know what it is. Was it cat food or dates? Oh, the hickory
Oh,
chips. Did it fall in my hair?
I don't know, but I heard it hit the
Thanks,
floor.
Ken. Darn jerk. Just because I like Gavin Newsom? Golly. Okay, stop. I already got it out.
I don't even know who
Go
that is.
away. I'm live on two platforms right now. Everyone sees you. Everyone sees you.
Dang it.
Toronto sucks people like. I like it, or I used to. I haven't been there in years, so I'm probably not a good person to. The last girl I dated was from Winnipeg. Hmm.
Oh, wait, I
I've
live
never
here.
been to Canada.
About $1.2 million is crazy. Wow. I don't know anything about Italy, but I like food. I would try anything once, as long as I could come back. I only paid 64 UK pounds in 1990. I know that the pound and the dollar are like neck and neck now, right?
Mm-hmm. They're
So that would
close.
be pretty much,
60,000,
yeah.
roughly.
Which is about what I see. I paid 76 for my house, and it came with an acre. It was a three
Damn.
bedroom. This was my house I bought all by myself, and it was outside the city limits. And I had well water. I had it made, man, and my payments were like five something a month. But
Damn, girl. See, I
Swiss
need
is
something like
fun.
that. I'm sitting here living in this big house that I do not need because everybody's gone but me and Zeke. You know, it's just me and
Hmm.
Zeke living here. What do I need all this house for?
I had a dog at the time,
Right.
and my daughter wanted, to be out in somewhat of a rural area, and our neighbors had horses. So when she'd walk to the bus, she'd see the horses. It was just, a simple three-bedroom ranch. And, you know,
Mm.
yeah.
See, that's what I say. It's all about where you're at because where I'm at, my house is 300,000. I guarantee you I could come up there or go back up into the country and get this house for half of that
Oh, yeah, with all
or
the acreage,
less.
too.
Yeah, I don't have it three-fourths of an acre. Of course, now I'm on the golf course, so I get that's part of the price tag. I know that.
Yeah.
But still, I don't want to be here anymore, Gypsy. What do I need this big house for?
Now, we have some condos that are on a golf course, and on the golf course they have like a pub where they have live music, and they have like steaks and potatoes, and you don't have to leave literally your campus. of it's just it's all self like entertainment, food, everything's right there. And I think that would be a neat place to go retire. My husband doesn't want a condo, but if you're into a condo and you don't want property to upkeep, but have the property around you to enjoy it, somebody else is upkeeping it. That's getting a condo on a golf course would be an option. They've got a pool, and they were all like 200 and below, and
Oh, that's
like
not bad.
three level, split leveled styles. I mean, it was just incredible. I'll have to
Where
shoot
was
you the name
this?
of it. You check into it. It's Heather Hills in Winston Salem, North
Winston
Carolina.
Salem.
Is
Okay.
the name of the condominium complex, and but they have got a nice there's just a really nice grounds, if you know what I'm saying. But they had condos for like 200,000 and below, and like some of them were three level if you're into that, and then there were some that were just all flat. And we looked into it, but I think we both want, I don't know. I want some acreage to have a chicken or something. Maybe a garden, because we do like to grow our own vegetables to make salsa. And
Yeah.
so I would miss having my own yard in a condo. But if I ever got on up in age where I don't want to fool with that, I would go look there in a heartbeat. They've not got nice fireplaces, big rock fireplaces. It's just a nice community. Um, Am I right, Big Jim? If you're still in here, they're out on Ebert Street, the golf course out there. If you're still in here, buy a condo. Year later, selling it. You want a house? Yeah,
Yeah, I think I want a house too. I don't think I want a condo because I got Zeke, and
yeah.
he's not he's not mean by nature. But if someone were to come up to me in a condo, I don't know what he would do because he doesn't like other people he don't know around me.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not fair to him either. He's used to having a big house and a big yard to play in and run around
Yeah.
in, and so whatever I move, I may just buy a house out in the country. I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. My daughter said something about me moving up there closer to her and her husband, but I think that sounds like a permanent babysitter waiting to be had.
Crazy Chicken Lady wants to pick your brain. She says, "I want to hear more on the Boyd stuff."
No,
I'll
you
let you.
don't.
No, you don't.
You really don't. It's
That's a
horrible.
waste of time and
It is,
energy.
honey. I mean, if you really want to know about it, go over there.
I don't think
You'll
she
find
knows how to
out.
get there.
Yep.
I don't think she knows how to get there. And what will happen when we go there? Is this like the bar no one's supposed to go to?
Yeah, you probably get
It's like the sleazy club that, all the
yes.
raunchy guys are at.
There's fights every night. The
Yeah.
cops are called.
It smells
Yeah.
like cherry bomb and baby oil and
Yep.
rotten thongs.
You pretty much covered it with a lot of neon lights and loud noise. Don't
Mm,
forget that.
Ain't nothing wrong with
that's
going
crazy.
slumming every now and then. Crazy chicken lady, live a little.
Girl, I ain't going slumming. Every time I do, I get in trouble.
You're right.
I ain't lying.
We come back smelling like cigarettes and bad decisions, don't we?
Hey, ma'am, that tequila.
There you go.
You smell the tequila on me before I ever get out the car. Yeah, I don't need to be slumming.
If you have a home in Atlanta and New Orleans and you date someone with a house in Canada, your relationship has just turned into a business situation. Mm.
Do what?
Mm.
That's very funny. She said, "How do I get there? And do I need a bodyguard?" I would take Ernie with you.
Yeah, we'll take Ernie.
Take
You need
Ernie
to
with
go in
you.
with somebody like Ernie.
Yeah. I was
Go
gonna
in with
go
somebody. Don't go by
Friday
yourself.
and I was gonna go Friday and argue with Brick. I don't know who Brick is, But me and my family love that show that's got Frankie and Brick and what's their names? What's
I'm
what's
not
the name
sure.
of the honey? The television show that we liked with Frankie and Brick. The middle. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll have an argument with you. And they said, as long as we can be friends afterwards. I said, absolutely. It's the best way to do it. Verbal sparring. So if Mark's Boyd is all who watch Boyd, pretty much, they know that they're there for fuck shit. And that once
Mm.
you enter, there's no going back, is what
No
Ernie
damn
said.
showing.
That's
It's
what
the
Ernie said.
California Hotel.
You're
Oh
sort
yeah,
of like
welcome to the
you're
Hotel
going to
California.
unleash all the rat scalers on you when you enter. Just know that to be true.
Hmm.
You may wake up to a swatting.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. That's another reason why I don't go around that place. I do not need a swatting.
So is it a
No, it's
channel?
not
No,
a channel,
it's
it's a
several.
community. It's a
Hmm.
community.
It's a whole bunch of them.
If Roger Brown gives you an idea of what's there,
Yeah,
yeah. And when
that's
I
a good
mean rat
comparison.
scaler, yeah. He
Hmm.
uh he does
Have
look
you
like
ever
that.
seen Roger Brown's what's her name? Damn it, Monica. Is it Monica?
I've seen
Veronica.
him not I've seen
Veronica. Yes.
I've seen him not be in character when he's not talking hello. I've seen him talk regular when he's not in character.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're a mean girl, you see all that shit over there.
Yes, and like I said, though,
Yep,
if you've seen Roger do Veronica, you've seen everything you need to see.
yep.
He'll be scarred for life.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what all that's all they do. They harass each other.
Hmm.
Yep.
It's sort of like sadomasochism. Are you into like whips and chains? If so, you'll fit right in. Do you like getting that verbal ass whipping daily just for kicks and giggles? Do you like having your credit fucked with? Your do you enjoy being harassed, stalked,
Do you want
made
all
fun
your
of?
business out there for the world to see? You're in the right place.
It's kind of a place where Nicolina would be considered a rookie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm not going to comment.
I'll stand up at the top of the escalator and I'll watch for you when you go down. Just
Yeah,
wave
we'll
up
wait to
at
bring you
me.
back
Let me
up.
know you made it down okay.
We'll try to bring you back up.
Carlos says you never get out.
You don't. They
It
follow
was
you.
nice knowing you, crazy chicken lady. It was nice knowing you.
Yep.
So, Kim, you think you can top mod now? I'm just kidding. I'm just
Look, crazy chicken lady talking about there's somebody outside my house looking at me. I'm missing
kidding.
chickens. You're being stalked by the Boyd.
No whips.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's what it's like. It's like
Mm-hmm.
they just tell you how horrible you are. If you're like um running low on verbal abuse, this is where you can come get you some. If
Yeah.
your spouse is just treating you too damn good and you feel weird, come on down here. let them let them kick you around. Is what it sounds like to me. The bottom of YouTube sounds like Afghanistan.
Yeah.
We need
I'm
to
gonna be
interview.
honest with you. I don't want any of those suckers even pointing their eyes in my direction. I don't even want
Yeah.
them to know my name anymore.
I'll just go
Mm,
watch it over at Ernie's. He likes that kind of thing, I guess.
I
Yeah, I'll
think
watch it,
so.
Ernie's too. I don't want nobody to know I'm there. I'd be embarrassed so bad.
It's like he likes it until he does a highway run, and then it's like, well, that might be why you're doing highway runs. You might want
Do
to
you
like
think?
eliminate abuse from your diet. You might
Yeah,
heal.
and then he was talking about what he used to be and now what he is now. And it's like, well, if you
Get
get
taste 9
yourself
times, that then your health goes to shit.
right, this is what it does to you.
I'm gonna say this, and everybody's gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The best thing Ernie could ever do was go get his legal shit straightened out and start his life over again.
Yeah.
He's got the knowledge, he's got the talent, he's got the
He does
ability,
have talent. He really,
but he
he
needs to
really
get those
under.
charges off his back.
He's
Mhm.
underselling himself hanging out
Hmm.
here anymore. He really should get him a contract. This woman in this community, they'll hop on a Greyhound for a man. Well, pickings are slim, honey. Okay, what's left is handicap, just like the parking spaces at Walmart.
I'm not riding a bus for a man. I might ride a private jet, but not a bus. I've had
Hey,
my share of bus
Reliance.
guys.
He's funny and cute and has a personality. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think everybody has fallen in love with Ernie at one time or another. Male and female, both of them fall in love with him. The guys like him because they're like, "Oh, I want to be like that," or "He reminds me of me," or "I used to be like that," or just a bullshitter. And then the
Yeah.
women like him because he's so charming and he says all the right things. And you know, it's addictive. He's funny. And like to us, when he was saying, Lord, look at that. Me and Ken both said, he sounds like Andy Griffith doing that. He goes, Lord. Really sounded just like Andy Griffith.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
familiar to us. His dialect and all. It's home to us.
Hmm. I don't
But
have any
I
hard
really
feelings for Ernie. A lot of people think I don't like Ernie. That's not true. I like Ernie. I like him just fine. I don't have any
yeah.
hard feelings towards him. I don't have any negativity towards him. I think there's things Ernie needs to do to
Mhm.
step up and be a man and do for himself so that he can get off of this crazy train he's on. Because, he's got a lot of people in chat. If he would do what he was supposed to do, get all this mess off his back, he could make a lot of money on YouTube. He just have to put the channel with somebody else's name.
Roger Brown has a very bad reputation. I know a lot of bad shit on him. Yeah, we do too.
Roger Brown's a freaking nut, okay?
Yeah. Or he plays one really good on YouTube.
I don't know, for anybody to shut all their house off and have one heater with a room full of cats and blankets, it's concerning. Why would you do
Yeah,
that?
to say the
Did he used
least.
to live there with his mother? Is that what they said? And then she
That's what
passed?
they said.
Well, to
And they
me,
also said that his
it's
mom's
trauma.
buried somewhere
Have y'all
on
ever
that
watched
property.
Hoarders? And
Mhm.
situate, yeah, he's traumatized. Yeah.
He's
Roger Brown is a classic example of someone with an extremely high IQ but a low moral setting. He does not have the ability to be able to socialize and do things in a positive manner that he needs to do. He kind of reminds me of the Unabomber.
He would have done really well in like the comedy circuit.
He'd done well in life, period. If he'd went to college and become a professor, I mean, look, don't sell Roger short. He's got an extremely high IQ. He just
A
doesn't
lot
have.
of us do. It's sort of like if trauma hadn't happened to all of us, what could we have become? Now we've sort of all trauma bonded because we do have talent. We do have, hopes, dreams, and wishes. They all just kind of got derailed because of trauma. That's what it seems to be to me.
Well, I think in some ways you're right. And I look at
Hey,
myself in that
Kennedy.
aspect too.
Good to
There
see
were
you.
things that I would have rather done,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I had a very successful career. I made a lot of money. I raised 4 kids. I got
Hey,
4
Debbie.
grandchildren.
Good for you.
So, but here's the thing of it is, I've got severe PTSD. I
Yeah.
suppressed all that for so long, Gypsy, because I had one goal, and that was to sit up in that office with the president. That's all I wanted, and I went for it, and I did it. But I lost a lot of things on the way.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of things on the way. And they keep trying to get me to go see somebody about PTSD. I don't want to see anybody about it. I know what
Mm-hmm.
my problems are. I know what affected me and what caused it.
Right.
Telling you about it ain't gonna make me feel no better.
They'll just pump
Right. That's
drugs
how
in
I
you.
feel,
They'll just say,
Tara. I
take a
don't want to
pill.
go.
Me either, Kim. Why don't I want to go tell you what happened to me? I know what happened to me.
I rely on the Lord. I don't rely
Thank
on
you.
someone to tell me, well, this is how you should feel and this is what you should do not to feel. And here's some drugs and, there you go.
Exactly. I had a psychiatrist tell me one time, well, we're going to meditate. I said, no, we're not. The Bible tells you clearly do not meditate. It's the doorway into hell. You're opening the window of spirits to come into your house. I'm not meditating. Oh, well, I've never heard that. Well, I can't help you're not a Christian. I am. I'm not meditating. Um,
Right.
you know, it was just like, you can't sit there and tell somebody, you need to do this, this, and this to heal. Telling you how I feel or what happens not going to make me feel better. I'm like you, Kim. I just rather let God deal with it because He's going
Yeah.
to deal with it.
Yeah. I just give it to God and say, I need help in this area. I
Mhm.
want to heal. I want to, break free from this. I,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I went through a lot of shit growing up, but I'm blessed. Considering what I lived through to where I'm at right now, I'm totally blessed. And that ain't nothing but the Lord. Nothing but the Lord.
right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
So, you gotta, I don't know, I might would consider a Christian counselor, but I don't even know if I want to do that.
Yeah. I understand.
I think if you want to talk about it, it's just like you said, Kim, just tell God about it and be done with it. He'll fix it.
Yep.
He fixes everything else.
That's right.
So, and He never puts more on us than we can bear. So people need to realize that.
That's true. If people would rely on him a little bit more than man, they would be in a lot better shape.
Yep.
Amen. That's good to know, Debbie. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I didn't know
I'll
that
go
either.
back over there. I was sort of ashamed to go over there after hanging out with the rap and all he did. So I haven't been over there in a while. Plus, that we don't see eye to eye on the Wells, but I do like Daisy and her sister both.
I
Good
don't
for them.
understand how Rap stopped her. I've never understood that.
How rap
I
stopped
never
her?
wanted to.
Yeah,
How?
I do. I
What do you
want to
mean?
know. He got charged with stalking. Was he physically stalking her, or was he stalking her electronically?
No, he was
Both, I
physically
think.
stalking her. He was there, local,
So he was both.
riding
Right.
by, and was like across the street,
Mm-hmm.
filming and stuff with that guy, Chillbilly.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Why were they
That
stalking her though?
they thought it was funny.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
They
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
They did all that
They
as a joke.
It's like boy shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I took it.
I
I
think it's
don't
a
think
little
he
bit.
really had a. I don't think he really had a reason. I think he was just doing it for kicks and giggles.
Well, his kicks and
Views.
giggles landed him right in jail, didn't it?
As long
Yep.
as there is no attack. Okay, I'm glad to know that. Well, I'm gonna head off here and go eat me some dinner. It's almost 6 o'clock, and I think the beans are done, aren't they? Okay.
I need
Oh
something to
well.
eat. I don't know what I want.
He made a big old crock pot full of soup beans with some or navy beans. Well, I call them soup beans because I like it with the liquid. He doesn't. He likes them dry. Well, good to see you, Cushy. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Cushy.
Yeah. Tell him to hang on. I'm on my way up there. I need to get something to eat.
Okay.
Love you too.
All right, guys. I love you.
Y'all have
Love you,
Sister, love you,
Gypsy.
a good
girl.
night. See y'all
Have a good
tomorrow.
night.
All
Love
right,
you
Okay.
sweetie.
too. All right, bye. Love you, Kim. Bye, Crazy Chicken Lady. Love you. Bye, Harvey. Thanks for coming and hanging out and answering all our questions. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed it and consider subbing up, sharing, liking, and come on back. I usually go live every day. I'm going later in the day so that my West Coast folks can join in. And so I'm liking this evening. So I'm probably going to stick around and go live around 4 or 5 in the evening. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.
God, you people are fucking retarded.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Bye-bye. Thanks now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love.